Imagine you walk into your garden, you see something moving on a leaf, and suddenly your brain goes straight to the worst-case scenario. That's it, the garden is doomed. But here's the good news. Most bugs are not the end of the world, and by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to tell the difference between a tiny visitor and a real problem without ever needing to panic again. Hello there, everyone. Welcome to Green Harvest Hub, the channel where growing your own food stops feeling complicated and starts feeling doable, no matter your space or experience. If you're new here, hello, I'm glad you found us. Today we're talking about something almost every gardener eventually faces, that first moment you spot a bug and have to decide, do I act or do I just breathe? Quick favor before we dive in. If you're new here, tap subscribe because we're building a real, honest foundation for growing food at home, one lesson at a time. And if you've ever sprayed your whole plant in a panic after seeing just one bug, drop a comment. You're definitely not alone, and this video is exactly for you. Here's what most beginners do the moment they spot a bug. They spray everything immediately. Sometimes they even remove the entire plant, and they assume every single insect they see is out to destroy their garden. But your vegetables don't need a SWAT team. They need a quick, calm investigation. Before you declare war on every tiny creature living near your plants, let's actually find out who's causing trouble and who's just passing through. Let's go through who you're actually likely to run into. Aphids are tiny green, black, or white insects that gather on new growth and suck plant juices, usually in small clusters. Caterpillars chew visible holes in leaves and often hide underneath foliage during the day. Spider mites are almost too small to see clearly, but they leave behind speckled leaves and fine, delicate webbing. Slugs and snails leave slime trails behind and mostly feed at night, so you'll see the damage before you ever see them. And then there are the good guys, ladybugs, lacewings, and bees, insects that are actually helping your garden rather than harming it. A ladybug is basically a tiny garden bodyguard. Some bugs eat your plants, and some bugs eat the bugs that eat your plants. Here's a simple routine you can build into your regular plant checks. Look under the leaves. That's where most pests hide. Check the new growth first, since that's usually the most attractive target. Look for holes, sticky residue, or fine webbing. And count roughly how many bugs you're actually seeing, because one aphid is a visitor, 500 aphids are a family reunion, and those two situations call for very different responses. Quick pause here. If you've ever panicked over a single bug and later realized it honestly wasn't a big deal, let me know in the comments. It happens to every single one of us. And if this is helping you feel calmer already, hit that like button. It genuinely helps this video reach more beginners dealing with the same worry. Subscribe too if you haven't yet. The simplest fix of all is often just water. A strong but gentle stream from a hose or spray bottle can physically knock aphids and other soft-bodied pests right off your plant. It costs nothing, it's completely safe, and you can repeat it every few days if the pests keep returning. For a slightly stronger approach, mix a few drops of mild dish soap into water and spray it directly onto affected areas, especially the undersides of leaves. Avoid spraying during the hottest part of the day, since that can stress the plant further, and always test a small section first to be safe. Think of it as giving the pests a polite eviction notice. Neem oil is another gentle, natural option worth keeping on hand. Follow the label directions closely, spray in the evening rather than under direct sun, and understand it works by disrupting how pests feed and reproduce over time. It's a helpful tool, not a magic potion, so don't expect overnight miracles, just steady, gradual improvement. Here's something that quietly matters more than any spray. A stressed plant, one that's overwatered, underfed, or crowded, struggles to recover from pest damage. But a genuinely healthy plant, with good soil, proper spacing, and consistent care, can take a hit and bounce right back, almost like a tired athlete versus one who's well-rested and strong. Compost, mulch, and good airflow between plants all quietly reduce how much pests are able to actually harm your garden in the first place. Here's something worth remembering. A few holes in a leaf don't mean you've failed as a gardener. It means you're growing something real, something alive enough to be interesting to other living things too. In a world full of produce grown to survive spraying and shipping, untouched by anything living along the way, A garden that occasionally attracts a curious bug is honestly a quiet sign of something genuine happening in your soil. It's worth acting when damage is spreading quickly, when entire leaves are disappearing rather than just showing a few holes, or when an infestation keeps returning despite your efforts. Outside of that, a little activity is completely normal and honestly expected. Every gardener finds bugs eventually. There's no avoiding that completely. The real trick isn't keeping your garden bug-free. It's learning which ones actually matter and staying calm when the rest show up. If this helped you breathe a little easier, subscribe to Green Harvest Hub for simple garden tips that actually work. Drop a comment and tell me, what's the first bug you ever panicked over? I'll see you in the next one.